we've got quite a busy day today. George is making his way over here to say hi to you as well. George, you're completely blocking the camera. But today is the day of the Texas Aroid Show. So it is currently 8 a.m. in the morning. I have got to get today's grow light video finished up. I've just got to do the description and a few other little things to the timestamps to get that out for you guys this morning. Then I've got to get ready to head out to that show. It is unfortunately raining super hard. We're under flood watches. So originally I was going to drive myself down there, but I am seriously contemplating just Ubering down there and back for multiple reasons. But also I just don't want to have to walk in this rain from the parking lot to the convention center. So the show actually is, well, the tickets I have actually are for 11 to 6 today. I don't know if I'm going to stay the whole time. Theo is now rubbing on the camera, so if it's moving, that's what's happening, you guys. It's definitely a very busy morning for the cats here. But I am super excited to go to this show. Once again, I don't know if I'm going to stay the whole time. It just depends. I have heard from people who volunteered to help set up at the show that there are amazingly good deals, amazingly good pricing. Theo is just knocking stuff off the desk over here, you guys. Don't chew on that. 1 second. Trying to chew on my headphone cord because that's just what he does. What was I saying? Okay, amazingly good prices and a lot to see. I think I've told y'all before, Aroid Asia is going to be at the show, so I'm going to have a little discussion with them about how I'm probably not going to be continuing to do business with them, but I will let you know how that goes. I am going to try to film what I can. I have not heard anybody say that we can't film, so hopefully nobody will get on my case about it. But yeah, I think we're gonna Uber our way down there. I just don't really want to drive in this mess or walk in this mess. Oh, and then tonight I actually have a Halloween party. So I've told you guys about my friends Chris and Megan who have the Corgi Theodore, that they got their Theodore around the same time that I got my Theodore. And they are having their annual Halloween party tonight at 8. And for the first time ever, they're actually doing a costume contest. And I was kind of like, really? The 1 year where I really can't afford to be doing a brand new costume. So I'm going to have to recycle a costume, but I do have a costume that actually won me a Halloween contest at the place I used to work in the past. And I did that costume 1 year when I didn't go to their Halloween party. So nobody at that party will have seen me in this costume before. So I think that's what we're going to do, but we'll find out when we get back from the show. But right now, I got to get the last finishing touches on the grow light video, and then we'll go from there. Well, you guys, I just checked the cost of Ubers right now, and it's kind of expensive. Probably because the weather is so bad and nobody wants to drive in this, but I don't want to drive in this. So I'm still torn on what I'm going to do. I've got about a half an hour before I need to actually leave. I don't know. I really don't want to drive in this mess and I really don't want to walk in this mess. But right now I'm going to get my extra batteries for my camera and my other camera equipment and everything packed up into my waterproof backpack in case I do have to walk in this rain. Now, want your midday treat? You want your midday treat? Yeah? You sure, Georgie? Oh, look. Make space. Make space. Oh, Georgie. I mean, seriously, guys, you would think I never feed them the way they act when they get their midday wet food treat. All right, you guys, I decided to go ahead and drive because it says that the rain is supposed to let up around the time that I'm going to be getting there. So fingers crossed that is the case. I just realized, like, with it being the Saturday before Halloween, Ubers are probably going to get even more expensive as the day goes on for people Ubering to parties tonight and everything. So I just didn't want to deal with spending more money than I was prepared to spend. You might also notice that I am not in my car because my car is still in the shop going on, well, I think we're at 1 month or 1 month and 1 week today. So I did take a bus down to Houston last weekend and borrowed one of my parents' cars. So thankfully I'm not confined to the house anymore, but that's why this all looks very different right now. But let's go ahead and get on our way or we are not going to be there when the doors open. You guys, we are finally in. I am a frizzy mess from the rainy weather, but it looks amazing in here. I cannot wait to start going around and looking at some of these plants, and I did already just meet one of you, which was fun, so can't wait to see how many more of you I meet. So let's just go start checking things out. Okay, you guys, so these are the plants that are up for Best in Show, and look at the size of that Monstera Thai constellation right there. We've got a variegated Bilia Thai here that is looking gorgeous and huge, and then the size of this begonia is insane. I'm willing to bet this is one of Steve's leaves, but let me see if I can find out. It doesn't say, so I'm not sure who submitted that one, probably because it's supposed to be anonymous, so fair voting and all, but that is beautiful. And then over here we have a very gorgeous, tall Monstera albo. I can only hope mine will look that beautiful one day. And this is a very large Epiprimnum pinnatum Cebu blue. I am just dumbfounded at how giant these leaves are. This is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I'll flash mine up on screen for you for comparison. It's just gonna look puny. That's a beautiful bio-orb. All right, you guys, Aroid Asia is right over there, but I am gonna wait. I'm gonna go look around at other plants first before we see what's happening over there. It is really hard to get in and look at some of the plants. It's really busy in here, but looks like we've got a bunch of Hoyas over here, so let's check these out. Here's some Hoya sigitalis round form, a Hoya callistophylla. Here are some beautiful looking Hoya carnosa nova ghosts. There are just all kinds of beautiful splashy Hoyas over here. Syngonium panda galaxy. All right, you guys, I found another Wilbur Graves and I'm seriously contemplating buying it. It's $35. I'm pretty sure this is a Russia one. The one I have at home is a China one. I might get it. I'm also happy to see that these little red Andersons are selling for about $50 because that makes me feel better about what I can sell mine for right now. Right now, I'm just really trying to decide if I'm going to buy this or not. We'll see. This tiny little variegated banana tree. So cute. More splashy Hoyas, including some lacunosas. A beautiful Aurea. Look at these massive ferns. All right, you guys, we are at Cultivar's booth. You guys know I've done a plant shop tour of their shop in Houston before, and all of the plants over here are looking absolutely gorgeous. Look at these pink princesses. And of course, they are known for their Monstera albos. And look at how beautiful they all are looking. There's a beautiful White Knight tricolor. Some very pretty strawberry shakes. All right, you guys, I've walked by the Aroid Asia plant stop booth like 5 times now, and I don't think anybody recognizes me, which is kind of annoying, considering all the business we've done together. Well, right next to them, you guys, is some competition of theirs, so let's check this out. The pricing looks pretty comparable. Look at the size of this anthurium leaf, you guys. That is one giant anthurium regal. All right, you guys, Steve's Leaves booth here. They're coming in strong with these giant, beautiful Monstera Thai constellations. This one is, it looks like $600. Those are giant leaves. And of course, they are known for all of their beautiful begonias. Very full Hoya curtisii baskets. And here we have Wild Roots Nurseries booth, coming in strong with all the anthurium. I think this is a luxuriance hybrid. Ace of Spades. Look at these Alocasia Milo. They're so dark. And then we have some Monstera standoliana, some Syngonium red spot tricolor, this beautiful Syngonium green splash, some variegated Monstera Peru, Philodendron Florida Ghost. You guys, look how gorgeous these variegated Friedex look. Oh my God, are you guys seeing this? Oof, I have forgotten how much rainy weather and curly hair does not mix. I am a frizzy mess, but the good news is it looks like the rain has officially stopped. The show was amazing. I got to meet a lot of you guys there. That was really cool to see all of you guys in person who I've been talking with a lot online, either via Instagram or in comments on my videos. I did get a plant or two. We will look at those later, but right now I'm gonna head back home because I've got to start getting things together for this costume for this Halloween party tonight. Radio? Where's George? There's Georgie. All right, you guys, so we are back, and like I said, I did buy some things at this event. So I'm going to show you what I bought, but first, real quick recap on the Aroid Asia situation. So I did, as I stated earlier, I was walking past the booth where they were supposedly set up with Plant US Stop, whatever it is. I'll flash it on screen again for you guys, which is the new broker that they're supposedly working with. I kept walking by, nobody seemed to recognize me. I caught one guy's eye and like kind of waved, and then he came over and started talking to me. And clearly he didn't know who I was. He looked me up and followed me on Instagram right there on the spot, and then was kind of explaining how they work and all that stuff to me. And I had to explain to him, well, yeah, I've been working with Aroid Asia and here's the story. And he never said anything about Aroid Asia being there. Nobody wearing Aroid Asia shirts were there. So I'm kind of confused if maybe Aroid Asia ended up not coming or what. But this guy was basically telling me that, sorry, hold on you guys. George, you good? Theo, you good? Okay, sorry, I thought we had a little cat situation going on, but I think we're all good. So basically this guy was explaining to me how everything works, and he offered to send me like a sample shipment, I guess to prove that it works better. So I'm like, if you want to send me a free sample shipment, so be it. So I'm gonna email him back here probably sometime tomorrow and kind of work that out, but I'm not holding out any hope that it's gonna be any better than what's already been happening with ordering from overseas. But let's get to the plants that I got. So probably not gonna be shocking to a lot of you, maybe a little bit shocking to some of you, because if you recall, the last new plant I got was at the plant swap last month, and it was a Hoya Wilbur Graves China. And the Hoya Wilbur Graves has been on my wish list. It was actually the Russia one that was on my wish list, but I was like, well, China one might be kind of cool to check out too. But at this event, there were quite a few Hoya Wilbur Graves and apparently Russia ones, and they were getting snatched up really fast. And the thing is, I went through this one vendor's stall first, and I swear to you guys, I did not see any Wilbur Graves in there. So then when I went to the next Hoya vendor stall and I saw one and she told me it was the last one, I bought it. And it wasn't much more expensive than the little 2-leaf China version that I got at the plant swap. And this one's considerably bigger than that. Well, I guess sort of. Anyway, let me just grab it and show it to you. Okay, so here is the little Hoya Wilbur Graves Russia. Look at that leaf right there, that newest leaf. Actually, there's another new one coming in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little Hoya baby. So I was super excited to see this. And of course, you know, I bought it. However, not too long after I bought this, actually I take that back. It was probably at least half an hour after I bought this. I was actually getting ready to leave the show and I happened to walk by that first Hoya vendor that I had looked at when I had first gotten to the show. And I see what I think is a Hoya Wilbur Graves Russia. Hi, Theo. If you guys start bouncing around a little bit, it's because Theo's up here. But I was like, surely that's not it, because there's no way I would have missed this plant the first time I walked through there. And I was like, well, maybe somebody was carrying it and then decided not to get it. I have no idea, you guys, but I saw it and I was like, is that what I think it is? And the lady was like, yes. And I asked how much it was. And I was kind of like, it's a really good price for that plant considering the size and everything. and another lady was there eyeing it. And so you guys, I like just was like, I'll take it. I'll take it. Not like my best decision maybe in the moment, but honestly, you guys, I think I counted, and since January of this year, I think I've only bought myself 7 new plants. I'm pretty sure it was 7. You know me, if I'm wrong, I'll flash it up on screen and I will total it up for you, but I think it's probably like less than $200, maybe $250 max. But yeah, I really have not spent a lot because, you know, I lost my day job and everything, so I've been trying to be a bit more frugal, but let me just, you'll understand when you see this plant. Give me 1 second. You guys, how was I supposed to walk away from this? Tell me. Would you have walked away from this? I mean, look how big it is. Look how big it is. And I'm just, oh, look at the leaves. Look at that beautiful leaf right there. Look at it. I love it. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It is huge. It is on a trellis, which I do not have any of my Hoyas on trellises. But honestly, this is now the largest leafed Hoya that I own currently. And I do find that I personally prefer the larger leafed Hoyas when they're on trellises as opposed to letting them trail. There's just at a certain point when they get big leaves, it looks weird. It's just like if I tried to let like my philodendron splendid trail, that's gonna look a little bit ridiculous if you know what I mean. So very happy that this was already trellised up and everything. And I mean, oh my gosh, you guys, it's so beautiful. Just look at it. Look at it. But I am probably, you guys, I'm kind of thinking, at first I was like, well, I kind of wish I hadn't bought that little one now. But now I'm kind of thinking it might be kind of cool to have that one and do a side-by-side comparison as it matures with the Wilbur Graves China one that I have to see what exactly the differences are, like how drastically different they look and things for you guys. Because I know a lot of people are always asking me like, well, what's the difference between the China and the Russia other than where they come from, which is why they have those different names. So that might be a fun experiment to do. And then once they get to a certain maturity, maybe I will do like a giveaway for the little Russia one that I just showed you so that one of you can own one in your collection. But very happy to have this. The way Theo is eyeing it though, I have a feeling this is gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna have to figure out where exactly I'm gonna put this so hopefully he does not decide to go messing with it. But let me set this back aside. And you guys, I am starving right now. I need to like take a break and eat something. I think I have a little bit of leftover Chipotle in the fridge. So that is probably what I'm gonna do. And then I gotta start trying to get ready for this Halloween party. You haven't figured it out yet, I am going as a witch doctor, and I have, like I said, done this costume once before. However, I've only done the makeup once. I didn't get time to do a trial run the first time I did this costume, and I got lucky and struck gold on the first try. So hopefully that same thing will happen tonight. And you guys, the temperature outside is dropping so rapidly. It has gotten so cold in here that I am freezing. So definitely putting a sweatshirt on. Made sure to grab one that was wide enough to get off without messing up this makeup after I do it. But basically I've got just grease paint crayon-y things that I'm going to use, same kind that I used the last time. I'm just going to put down the white parts first and then the black parts, and I'm actually thinking I probably ought to remove the makeup that I currently have on my face off before I do this. So I'm just gonna get to work on this. I have no recollection of how long it took me to do it last time, so we'll see. We may be a little bit late to the party. And I do have a picture from the last time I did this that I'm using as reference to follow along here. course, my camera battery died right when I was almost done doing that, but that's okay. I had to get dressed anyway. So here is the end result. And yes, I am wearing a wig. I used to wear this wig at Halloween because I had a pixie cut, and wearing hats like this with a pixie cut just looked ridiculous. I was gonna wear just my regular hair, but I didn't realize how big this hat was, and wearing the wig is the only way it's not gonna be flopping around loose on my head. But I am heading out. Fingers crossed maybe I'll win the costume contest. I will definitely update you guys next time I see you, but I hope you have enjoyed this little Halloween vlog, as it were. If so, please be sure to click that like and or subscribe button down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next time. Happy Halloween and aloha!